Hey everybody, I'm here today to take a look at the Mattel Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Primal Attack Sinoceratops with sound and strike action. So here we've got the Camp Cretaceous packaging. It's a Netflix series it's on. I still haven't actually watched yet. But you've got the kids in the corner there that are like the main characters. Carnotaurus there, and then the dinosaur taking up the packaging, and like the visitor centre and whatnot in the background. And then on the back you've just got some instructions on how to use the action feature on the dinosaur. And I think there's one of these little kind of activity booklet things that is came with the T-Rex as well. It's got like a little stickered puzzle game thing inside. And here we've got the Sinoceratops finally. And I'm surprised we didn't get one of these sooner, considering he had a reasonably significant scene in the movie, in the last film. But when we did get a Sinoceratops toy before, it actually wasn't a Sinoceratops. It was a Pachyrhinosaurus that was kind of mislabeled for some reason. But we've finally got a Sinoceratops now, which is great because it's a really cool looking kind of ceratopsian with the frill and all the horns here. And he's got a massive horn coming out the front of his nose there. Now the action feature on this guy is if you move the tail, it makes his head move up and down, which also activates the sounds, as you can hear. You can't really get his head to go from side to side much, it's pretty much up and down. He's got a nice selection of different sounds he makes. Kind of roars and stomping. There isn't too much paint detail on this guy. He is mostly grey, but there's a bit of pink on the back there, and on the face is where you've got the majority of the paint job. You've got some more pink on the kind of the side of his nose there, and then you've got some pink and orange going up the frill, which makes a nice little pattern. And then the horns, but for some reason these two horns either side here on his cheeks aren't painted, and I don't really know why Mattel skimped out on those. It's only 2 extra horns. You wouldn't think it would have made a massive difference, since they've already got that colour paint for all the other horns, for them to just do these 2 as well. So they kind of stand out as not being painted, which is a bit strange. But it's got a nice enough paint job on the eyes and the beak there as well. As well as the head and tail articulation, which is tied into the action feature, the legs will also go forward and backwards like that, and the back legs go out to the sides too. They have a bit of a swivel. The front legs don't really do that, it's just the back legs. Really nice, detailed, intricate sculpt as we get on most of these Mattel dinosaurs. Really nice quality sculpting, all the detailing of the scales. I love the head sculpt on this especially. This is probably my favourite ceratopsian, even more than the Triceratops. I just love the way these horns all point forward at the top there and curved round, and you've got the holes there in the frill too, and this giant horn at the front. Now to compare him with some of the other ceratopsians we've had in the line. Got the Sinoceratops, the Pachyrhinosaurus, which was originally released labelled as a Sinoceratops, the new Sinoceratops, and then of course the Triceratops. Now the Sinoceratops didn't make any sounds, but the other three all do. So you've got Pachyrhinosaurus, Sinoceratops, and the Triceratops. And this is how he scales with the Carnotaurus that we saw him fight in the movie. Even though this isn't the electronic Carnotaurus that came out recently, this one scales better. The newer Carnotaurus is a little bit too big in comparison. If you see how they look in the movie, I think this kind of scales a bit better. So that's my look at the Sinoceratops. There aren't too many Jurassic World toys coming out in the UK at the minute. Everything's kind of at a standstill, but hopefully in a month or so there'll be the new Spinosaurus toy to look at. So thanks for joining me, and hopefully I'll catch you again next time.